From the second we're born into the 3D world, all our attention and focus is concentrated on the outside, the colors, noises, people, the circumstances. These triggers are so strong that the human mind quickly adapts to rely on them as a tool for gauging what's real and what's not. Everyone around us tells us to watch out for what's going on in the 3D world so that we may brace ourselves for the incoming dangers and also seize the life-changing resources and opportunities. But in all this commotion of life, we forget the most important principle that governs everyone's life, whether a person is aware of it or not. It's called the mirror principle. Unarguably, it is the lack of understanding of this principle that leads us to foolishly assume that the outside world is where reality stems from and is played out. So when we encounter a problem, we deal with it in the physical realm, and needless to say, no matter how much we try, we cannot change circumstances without understanding the mirror principle first. So what is this mirror principle, and why does it have the power to transform your life forever? Let's explore together in this video. The outside reality, or the 3D world, only tells us half the story. It is an illusion that captivates your mind and makes you a slave to the circumstances. When the mind is so powerfully captivated by the outer stimulus, a person cannot get to know his true self and his real power. This is what the mirror principle of reality creation says as well. What a person feels on the inside about his life and situations is what he manifests in the outside world. When you feel unlucky, miserable, and at the mercy of circumstances, the mirror principle shows you more evidence of that belief. In this universe of infinite possibilities, you will only attract what you feel and believe. Most people live sad and disappointing lives because they have given away their power. The control that they want to exercise over their life circumstances cannot come from anywhere outside. It has to be initiated on the inside. Within every human being is the key to unlocking all doors of destiny and good fortune, but it's a pity that the majority of us are searching for the key on the outside. It is a recipe for disaster and an unfulfilled life. The more a person is overwhelmed by the outside circumstances, the more helpless they feel, and the mirror principle multiplies the experience by giving them more reasons to feel overwhelmed. If you're right here watching this video, then it's a sign that you want to break free from the routine and patterns of the past, and very well so, because enjoying the best of what the universe has to offer is your birthright. So decide what you want. Is it a lot of money and a life full of wealth and prosperity? You can have it. Or is it something else, a goal you have carried in your heart for years? You can have that too. You just need to know what you want. You don't have to justify to anyone why making a choice because you're a reflection of God in a human body. You're a creator who is meant to create whatever resonates without any fear of the world or what other people might think. A lot of people mishandle the mirror principle, and it never works for them effectively. If you too are choosing your goals and desires just to please others, then you won't get the results you want. You must know yourself and what you want before starting this journey. Self-awareness is highly important. There is an inner voice that wants to tell you so much about yourself, but you have to be willing to listen. So many people confuse their inner voice with the constant loop of thoughts that plays in their minds 24/7. If you have an untrained mind and imagination, the thoughts you think are being generated by default. They are not your inner voice. So if you're listening to those crazy thoughts, there is a good chance that you will become a slave to them forever and will be stuck in life. Let me say it for you here. You don't have to believe every thought you think, period. Being a creator of your reality is a responsibility you have to take seriously, and the first step in that is to become well aware of your thoughts and your inner voice of reasoning. Your inner voice is that of your higher self. While a part of you decided to land into this physical body, another part of you is still in the cosmos. It is pure, divine energy. And though this body made up of matter seems real, the energetic part is 1,000 times more real and powerful as well. So to know what you truly want, you must know the other part of you, the invisible you. Make silence and nature your friends. Sit in silence for a few minutes every single day or go for a long walk in nature. No music, no company of other people. Doing this on a regular basis will dampen the constant mind chatter you have going on, and it will give you a chance to know and access your real self. There will be insane clarity about what you want and what you need to do to get it. You will feel like the universe is extending its helping hand to guide you on the path you belong to. Once you know what it is that you want, the next step is to activate the mirror principle. Let's say you want to be wealthy. Then you have to calibrate your thoughts, beliefs, and feelings to those of a wealthy person. One way of doing this is to tell yourself that you're wealthy. Say, I am wealthy and prosperous. All my financial needs are always met. I have more than enough money to live the life of my dreams. Money surrounds me in avalanches of abundance. Repeat some positive affirmations to yourself all the time. Say them out loud and in your heart. Repeat them over and over again, day after day, until they start sinking into your subconscious. The human mind is best trained through repetition. If your life is not as you want right now, then it is because you have a few dangerous thoughts that are being repeated by you unconsciously. These thought patterns have become so prominent that you cannot fight against them. All you can do is deliberately introduce new thoughts that align with the life you want to create. When you start repeating positive affirmations to yourself, they will feel a little strange in the beginning, and you will question the logic behind repeating something over and over again. But within a few days of constant repetition, your mind will start opening to these new ideas you're introducing. It doesn't have any choice. Don't let your mind ride you and take you through life as it pleases. You have to be in charge of it. If your brain is a wild horse, then you must become a skilled rider that tames a wild horse and uses it to reach the finish line. The horse will naturally resist in the beginning. It has to. Nothing likes being controlled, especially your mind, which you have let free for decades. But you have to control it and rewire it if you want to create the life you desire and not live by default, which most people do. People have disconnected from their power, and that's why they cannot create a life they can admire. The very belief that we are limited and at the mercy of our situations is the most damaging. It robs you of the control over your own life. So the next important component of the mirror principle is your belief. You have to build a rock-solid belief that what you want is about to happen because you are the only creator. There is no other force impacting your life as much as you are. You're the reason behind all your happiness and miseries. So now if you want to be happy, wealthy, and abundant, of course, you have that power too. You have to believe in it as much as you can. A trick to believing in the future you desire is to embody it right now. Start thinking about money, appreciating it more, and slowly start believing that you're an abundant person and that the universal supply of wealth and riches is open to you. But are you truly worthy of it? If you have deep-seated negative beliefs about money and your desirability, you will suffer. But those problems can be undone if you mentally commit yourself to the future you're trying to create. Monitor your thoughts and don't allow thoughts of poverty and lack to enter. Catch the mood of being wealthy and financially free and dwell in that state for hours and even days. Try to understand the basic premise of the mirror principle. Each thought you think gives rise to a feeling, and if that thought is not in line with what you desire for yourself, you'll get nowhere. Wanting more money but thinking thoughts of lack and worry won't cut it. The insidious thoughts and impulses will lead to misery and suffering. So don't let those negative thoughts overpower you, no matter what. You have to be in control of your thoughts. It cannot be the other way around. A huge mistake that most people make when applying the mirror principle is that they keep reacting to the 3D even though they have a clear vision of their future in mind. You should be so committed to your future that the 3D can never catch you off guard. Ignore what is going on in your life right now. It's none of your business to fix it. Because manifesting takes some time, the circumstances you're facing right now are a result of thoughts you held in the past. Your current life is an output of what you put in your mind in the past. So, if you don't like it, the best way to deal with it is to ignore it. Focus on where you're going instead. Focus on your brilliant future of happiness and riches. Stay in a positive vibration as much as you can so that you become a magnet for good things and experiences. A positive vibration can be achieved in two ways. One is to take your attention off of what is not pleasing and helpful for you. The second is to deliberately focus on the good things in your life so that they may compound. Spend a few minutes of your day in a state of pure gratitude, and you will open yourself to oceans of bliss and contentment. This vibration will then pave the way for your specific desires to be manifested at a lightning-fast speed. If you thought this video was insightful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more empowering content. Until next time, keep attracting abundance in every aspect of your life. See you in the next video.